Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be looking at 3 ways you can instantly improve your drone photography just with 3 different perspectives. Now, with drone photography and the way that it's come along in the photography world, obviously all 3 of these things are going to be based on perspectives, and more specifically they're going to be based on higher perspectives and what these things show. So 3 different perspectives that can give you different looks in your drone photography are a huge advantage if you use them as such. So we're going to look at 3 different ways that you can show things differently with higher elevations and different perspectives with your drone in specific areas. Number 1 thing that you need to do when you're using a drone, or what you can show when you're using a drone, is a lowest possible perspective. And these things are going to be like activity based. So if you're following someone along with the drone, or if you're following an object with the drone, these things are going to be based on activity. So if you're shooting for a story, or if you're shooting for a specific purpose, you want that subject of your drone photograph with this lowest perspective to be focused on that subject. So let's say you're following a paddle boarder in a river and you want that low perspective, but you want them to be the focus of everything. That's the kind of perspective that you want to use, because when you get that lower perspective, they're the main focus. They're going to be larger than normal with this lower perspective with your drone. Number 2 thing that you need to do is raise your drone up a little bit higher in the air. Now, this is based on a place perspective of everything. You can still have subjects within your photograph that you can use, but these photographs are really specific on the places that you're going to shoot. So if you're in a large area like a desert or a mountain range or a valley, this perspective is really going to show you place over subject. So when you're shooting different things, yeah, you still want to have the subject within the frame, but it's going to be very, very small, and you need to remember that because you're showing the grand scheme of where you are, the grand idea of the place of where you are. So that's when these higher perspectives come into play. You're initially starting out lower than you normally would with a drone, and then you're kind of elevating it up to get a better idea of place rather than subject. That's how you want to use this second way of shooting your drone photographs, idea of location, 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 rather than your subject. Now, the third way that you can use your drone more effectively to create these amazing photographs is my personal favorite, and that's the bird eye view perspective of different locations. This is where you have your camera on your drone looking directly down at whatever you're shooting. This creates some really interesting perspectives and really interesting subjects that you can shoot with your drone. It creates those designs in landscapes. It creates those different subjects and the way they look within a place that you can show more effectively, and it really makes people stop and look again at what is this photograph overall showing. It gives them a completely new way of looking at things. So that's why it's my favorite to use. You can also use it to create a lot more geometry within a landscape of where you're shooting. So that's another interesting way. If you want a more simplistic look to your photographs, you can use this bird's eye view perspective when you're shooting with your drone. And these are usually really, really high elevations, because a lot of times when you're shooting these, it takes that high elevation almost to the max of how high your drone can fly to capture these, because you're shooting designs, you're shooting places, but you're shooting it in a completely new way. So when you use all 3 of these things together, you can create 3 different types of photographs in one location. You can improve the interest level on a location just based on the different perspectives and techniques you're using within a location, using your drone, using your knowledge of place, subject, and style that you're shooting with these 3 perspectives. I know if you use these, you're going to instantly improve your overall look of your photographs, and you're going to increase the amount of photographs that you get in one specific location. If you like this video and you found it really informative and helpful, go ahead and hit the like button below. Give me a good thumbs up. If you want to subscribe to this channel for more tips like this that help you improve your photography immediately, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. You're not going to regret it. These are designed to help you as a photographer become better.